In Tantric art, there's actually three main long life deities: Amitayus, White Tara, and Ushnishavijaya. Now these are very popular, and they appear as central figures, and they appear as secondary figures in many compositions, murals, scrollworks, and also as sculpture. Now, the Amitayus Buddha, of course, has many other situations that he will appear in, and different contexts of why he would be depicted. White tar, on the other hand, is primarily for long life, and then there's many other forms of Tara for different types of activities. Now, Ushnishavijaya is primarily a long life goddess. Now, we use the term goddess here. Goddess here is only really describing her appearance. It has nothing to do with her status. Her status is actually as an enlightened figure, an enlightened example. We can't really say that she's an enlightened being necessarily, because when you look at the origin myth of Ushnishavijaya, she actually appears from a ray of light that is originating from the Ushnisha, from the crown of the head of the Buddha. So she's a creation. She's a fabrication for the benefit of sentient beings. Now, Ushnishavijaya has very few forms. She really has only two forms: a one-faced, two-armed, white in color, peaceful in appearance, and then three faces, 8 arms. Now, she can appear with the 3 faces, 8 arms as a solitary figure, or with a 9-deity mandala where she's seated inside a stupa, or in a 33-deity mandala composition. So really these are the only forms you're going to find really in art. So now also with the 8 arms, Ushnishavijaya holds different objects. She holds a Vishva Vajra. That means a double Vajra. Take a Vajra scepter and then put another one on top of it, and then it forms like a cross. So she holds a Vishva Vajra in one hand. In her main right hand, she holds a small image of Amitabha Buddha. She holds an arrow, and then she has a gesture of supreme generosity. Now, in the left hand, she holds a bow, and then a gesture of protection, a gesture of meditative equipoise, also holding a nectar, a long life vase full of Amrita nectar. Now, in another hand on her left side, she's holding a Vajra Lasso. Now, this is often described in Western scholarship as a noose, but it's not really a noose or a snare. Both words have been used. It really is a lasso or a lariat. It's actually held in the hand, and then it's twirled about, and it has a half Vajra at both ends of this Vajra Lasso, and it is aimed towards obstacles or harm doers or different types of these kinds of concepts of obstacles. And then the lasso attaches to the obstacle or the harm doer, and then you drag them to you, and then you control and subdue them. So it's not like a noose or a snare. This would be the wrong concept for this object that she holds. Now, in terms of art, often Ushnishavijaya can be depicted within a stupa. And Ushnishavijaya, although she belongs to the lower class of the 4 classifications of Tantra, the Kriya, she can also be found as in the function of a major meditational deity, meaning people will choose to have Ushnishavijaya as their main yidam, or their main focus for meditation, and this is not altogether common, but it's not unusual. We have the famous Barilotsawa Rinchen Drak and his main meditational deity was Ushnishavijaya. And when he passed away, then his body was placed within a large stupa, which was thought destroyed during the 1960s. But actually, it was discovered in the last 20, 25 years under rubble, and it's been completely restored, and the building around it. And this is the stupa for holding the remains of Bodhisattva, because that was his main practice, the Ushnishavijaya. We find Ushnishavijaya in many, many different forms in terms of art, in terms of textile, sculpture, murals, and in many different styles. And Ushnishavijaya, for some reason, is one of those figures that we find many, many good examples, very, very high-quality masterwork paintings and sculpture. It's not completely clear why, but we do find very, very good quality art depicting Ushnishavijaya.